Hi Chris, what's your thoughts on that poor game today for the Bees?
I thought we weren't at the races at all. I think we carried too many players today. It just proves that obviously all 11 need to be front foot and on it. I think we've most probably carried three or four, and we've not worked hard enough from our own internal standards. Credit to them because they've just worked off our mistakes and they've got their first goal off our mistake. Second goals come from a corner over a minute from half time, where I think a few people should be taking a bit more responsibility in the 6-yard box there and come and get the ball. But all in all, I think it's been a bad day at the office for us. I can't really say that anyone's really played well for us, really.
I think even midfield, they're just running straight through us every time, wasn't they? And
I think it was a lack of most probably prep. Most probably a little bit plays into it from Thursday. A few people feel a bit leggy from the Tuesday, but listen, this league, you're Tuesday, Saturday at some stages, and we've just got to regroup and have a look at a few bits and pieces. It's opened my eyes up a little bit with some people today, especially when we come from home and play away games. We know it's going to be tough when you come away. Like people, when they come down to Baz, they know it's going to be a tough game. I just think unless you've got all 11, I'm not saying you've got to be the best on the ball every time, but you've got to work hard. You've got to not make it easy for players to win that tackle or win that header. And I think today, we most probably had spells around the pitch where it was, we wasn't competitive enough, to be honest.
Just look at the Galston game at go home and the Mildenhall game. It's just it looked like a completely different team out there, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if it. Like I said, I don't know. I'm not going to put it down to tiredness because I don't think we've worked hard enough today at all. But it's you look at it and you go, we've played Tuesday and they've worked hard to a system that I changed and what we've done. But maybe we need to freshen it up a little bit, whether that's certain people coming in and having a little chance, or new faces coming in, because that's, I think, it's something that we might need to do in certain areas, especially when we've got a few niggles in certain areas where we're light at the moment. We've really only got Luke Edgar and potentially Reed to come back into the fold. But there is most probably a few positions that we need to strengthen, and we also need to have a little bit of competition for the shirt as well.
Troy looked quite good when he came on, though, didn't he? It seemed to be one little bright spark at the end there with a few little runs he done. And
I'm going to be straight up and truthful with this. Troy's been unable to train for the last couple of weeks. Yet he's come on and been most probably more effective on the ball than some of our players today. And that's just because he wants the ball. He wants to prove well. We've had a conversation. He's a talented footballer and he wants to play more games. And when he comes and adds something a little bit different, which we know he's capable of, he's just been unfortunate the last couple of weeks with things away from football that is out of his control. But I thought he'd done pretty well when he come on. I was quite impressed with Millsy. It seemed to stick a little bit better when Millsy went down the middle, and they did seem to allow us to get up the pitch a little bit. But I just think we just didn't really get. We just didn't get a foothold in the game, which is disappointing because I think we've been so impressive in games where we've moved the ball and our running on and off the ball's been on point. But today I just think we was most probably at 60% as a squad, not as individuals, because you can point fingers as individuals, but I think as a whole team, we've just not done the basics very well. We've not worked hard enough, and at this level, if you don't get that right, you're going to put yourself up against it. I don't think we've allowed. I don't think they've outworked us in terms of needing to go and sprint and close things down. I think I think we was a bit too relaxed in areas sometimes, and we're inviting that late tackle or that late interception. And listen, as a player, you've got to be on the first touch, on the second touch, on the first ball, second ball, and lively. And I think we was just we watched the game a little bit too much today.
Yeah, like their number 5 at the back, you've got their man of the match. You're just like a solid rock all the time, weren't he? And
listen, he's done pretty well. But then I'm looking at it going, he's won 3 or 4 headers the first 20 minutes. Surely you hit it a little bit more diagonal if you're going to go long, or you put it down the side of him for one of our forwards to get hold of. When you're playing to someone's strengths, I think as a group, listen, we're young, with a mix of experience, but I think we've got to recognise now as a team and as a squad, you know, he's not bad in the air. Why am I going to keep playing long balls on him to make his strengths look good? But then, we've got to adapt quick. It can't take us 20 minutes, 15 minutes to adapt. We've got to adapt quick, and we've got to sort of obviously play to our strengths and not worry about what the strengths of the other team is.
We've got a bit of Ricky on to tonight in the Velocity Cup as well, haven't we?
Yeah,
So that's another little tough test again, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
another tough game. The squad's going to be a little bit stretched, I suppose, from today's a few knocks today. But we'll go with a setup. It's just a shame now. Like I said to the boys, we've come away to Ipswich, Newmarket, and the positions they're in. We've lost both games, so we've got to have a look at that as management, and we've got to have a look at that as a squad. That when we do come to the away games, it might just be working nuts off for 90 minutes. You nick a 1-0, you get in the car and you go home. I think too many people, maybe not on purpose, but they're doing their own thing in the wrong areas rather than keeping it quite basic. We're trying to turn when the man's up. It's just little things which we can correct. But we've got to do better, especially on the away trips.
okay. Cheers, Chris.
Thanks for your support, mate.